Hi, everybody. So, welcome to.
On me for some reason. Hi, everyone. Sorry about that. Oh, you said okay, it was on me. Now it's on you. Sorry.
That's cute. Okay. Hi, everybody. How are you guys doing? Guys and dolls. Yeah. How's everybody today? So, we're entering a new paradigm. It's pretty powerful. And this time on this planet is what we're seeing is definitely a reflection of where people are not willing to change. Are you one of those people not willing to change? Resistance, resisting change and growth in those areas of your life, you know where they are, right? So what we're seeing is this collective reflection of a resistance to grow and to change. And what are we growing into? We are becoming Christ conscious beings. It's actually a cellular transformation. Our bodies are literally moving from carbon-based to crystalline energy. I know. Crystalline, Christ energy. And Jesus says in the Course in Miracles, you don't have to do what I did. It's an extreme example of the, dying to the old and being born again. But we're actually doing this in the physical body, which is so exciting. And I have to tell you, just a couple days ago, for those of you that are super sensitive to energy, and it's happening to all of us, whether you're sensitive to it or not, but the great central sun, there is such an outpouring of immense energy, light, love light, that is just bathing our planet. And it's bathing you. And it's calling you to transform on every level of your chakra system, if you will, which is your mind. Remember the unconscious, the root chakra, your survival, the subconscious, which is your belief system, tapping into consciousness, becoming more conscious of, we have to make a choice. If you want to move into the new paradigm of the Aquarian energies, we've got to choose love. You've got to choose to see the world you want to live in. And you have to entertain yourself with high frequency, high vibrational everything. Like Jamie said when she was singing, like, how can you not feel joy when you raise your vibration through singing? That's why chanting and singing and just letting yourself express is so beautiful and so important if we want to access the quantum field, fifth dimensional consciousness. But when we entertain all this nonsense that's going on in the world, we are maintaining third dimension. We are the third dimensional frequencies of fear and scarcity and lack and competition and anger and hatred. These aren't gentle emotions. And fifth dimensional emotions, feelings are very gentle and warm and joyous. And all throughout the Course in Miracles and other, not just the Course, okay? Just so happens that's a book we're studying, but Dharma says only love is real. And love is the quantum field. Love is beyond 3D. And this is huge for us. This is really a big deal because on a level that we're not aware of, we chose this time for the great transformation at a cellular level to turn our bodies into light, to be these, like these crystals, crystalline energies, antennas for God. And, remember the movie Avatar? How beautiful that was, and the world was so filled with light. And Jesus tells us this all throughout the Course in Miracles. You don't have to die. You don't have to, be stuck in 3D. You can raise your vibration, raise your frequency to fifth dimensional consciousness, whereby you are allowing yourself to be fully in your body. Are you fully in your body? Are you allowing yourself to feel your authentic feelings? Most of us were taught from childhood that it wasn't safe to feel. And so we moved into the mind. And we were thinking our way through life. But this new world, this new earth that we are co-creating is based on being authentic, being true to your feelings, standing in your sovereignty as a truth seeker and being of love light. And it requires that we look at the areas in our life where we are resisting change. It is so important where we are resisting not wanting to grow, where we are thinking our future rather than allowing the future, allowing things to come to us and then choosing from what's in front of us rather than trying to force things to happen. Fifth dimensional frequencies, fifth dimensional consciousness is really about being the ocean. The ocean changes, it fluctuates, it's serene, it's choppy, it's everything. And rather than fighting our way through life and trying to force things, we actually realize that we are the ocean. We are everything. We are everything, and it's all okay. It's all okay. And how beautiful will it be when we can stand on earth in this fifth dimensional mind, this frequency of love light that is so gentle and compassionate and kind and loving and caring. It's going to be a new experience, but it's not going to be an overnight thing, right? It requires a releasing and a relinquishing of the fear that we hold, the fear to become what we already are. We are these embodiments of love. We are containers of love light who forgot who we are. We just forgot, and now we're waking up. And, last week's lesson, we were talking about above all else, I want to see things differently. And so we are being asked by the Master to be willing to see yourself as the embodiment of love light, not as this carbon-based bag of bones that is just rooted in concepts and constructs that are based on fear and based on separation. We're being asked to see things differently. And what the Christ, the Master, is asking us to see differently is ourself. Because when you see yourself as an expression of God, Goddess, all that is, you will see a different world. You will see, like in the movie Avatar, you will see light. There's many references where the Master says you begin to see light around people. You begin to see light in the world. This is no joke. Jesus isn't kidding. That's where we're heading, but not without relinquishing or releasing fear. We're all collectively creating this beautiful new world, this beautiful new earth. And if you look at the symbol of the Aquarian age, it's the water bearer. And it's about being the ocean. It's about being the water. You are the cosmic sea of stars. You are the cosmic everything. The world is not outside of you. The world is inside of you. And so Jesus says, want to see things differently. Want to see things differently. Want to see yourself as that. And then to let go of the past, which is based on guilt. Think of all the things that you've done in your life where you feel so much shame. And then you beat yourself up for having done them. All of those things. We're being asked, drop it, let go. None of it happened anyway. In truth, none of it happened. It's your mind. It's the thinking that makes it so. But once we drop it and say, above all else, I want to get off that timeline, that linear, frequency of guilt and punishment and sin. I want to get off that timeline of constructs, concepts that come from my family heritage and ancestry that are absolutely ridiculous, and they're keeping me in a holding pattern, a holding like a cell on this timeline, and I just keep reincarnating these constructs and these concepts. We have to drop it. So be willing to change. Be willing to change your beliefs. Be willing to say, God, above all else, I want to see things differently, and I want to see myself as you created me to be, as the embodiment, a container of love light here with one purpose, and to know what my purpose is, which is to forgive the thoughts in my mind that have projected a world that's absolutely insane. So we're really going through a huge transformation as we go into this Aquarian age. And when you see that water bearer pouring the waters of creation, that's you. You're in the flow because you are the water, you are the ocean. You are flowing with what is and allowing everything to be as it is, with no stress, nothing, just allowing. And this transformation is really affecting the central nervous system. Yeah. And we're being beamed with this light. In fact, just a couple days ago, I felt it really strongly. Maybe some of you did too. And I felt it in a way that just gave me overwhelming sensations of joy for no reason. Even though things might be going on in your body, things might be going on, with your finances or whatever, when this love light hits you, when you're open to it, it can feel like I'm just happy and joyous for no reason. And yet all of this is going on in my life, but I still feel happy and joyous for no reason. That is you accessing fifth dimensional frequencies. And this light is being beamed to us on a daily basis. Mother Earth herself is ascending. And this is it. We are, as unique and individual people of God, our souls are ascending. And it is a physical ascension. Every cell in your body is transforming into light, really. And in order to bring forth that light, we are dropping this story, the dramas and the melodramas, and getting caught up in all of this nonsense going out externally. And we just keep going inward, because fifth dimensional life is about trusting your inner being. It's not about looking for love in the external world, or looking to please people, or to be that good girl or that good boy to get approval. It is about turning inward and knowing who you are, and then allowing yourself the release of your past. And this light coming in is really shining down on that darkness, if you will, or that shadow that you still want to hold on to, believing that it's real. And this light is making all of us purge that. If you can take that light in, it will dissolve that. But if you fight the light because you don't want to change, it's going to be painful. And so body ailments can show up, headaches, dizziness, anybody having vertigo or any kind of dizzy spells. Really, this is affecting the chakras, the nerve ganglia, that the nerve plexuses that join the chakras one to the next. And it's our central nervous system. And the chakras are connected to the endocrine system. And so we are being affected on so many levels. And it is a consciousness shift, isn't it? Have you noticed that maybe you don't want to eat in the same way that you used to? Suddenly your inner being is telling you that you want certain foods or you want certain minerals or vitamins in your body that you never wanted before. This is because your consciousness is shifting. You are meant to become an avatar, a light being in the physical body, where you will see everything as beautiful and gentle and kind, and the colors will become brighter and the music will become sweeter, and people will be just like you, because as you put this gorgeous energy out, it will radiate out from each of your chakras, and your electromagnetic field will be so beautifully intensified by the light coming from the great central sun that you will attract people that are in the same vibrational frequency as you. This is how we are creating a new, or co-creating a new paradigm, a new world. Don't you want that? I mean, if you are entertaining, you hear your inner being say, that wouldn't be a good idea for you to eat that, or that wouldn't be a good idea for you to watch that show on TV. It's very violent and it's lowering your vibration, or whatever. Learn to listen to the inner guidance, because that inner guidance is wanting to move you up. And it's actually you, it's your higher self that knows who you are, what you want, where you're going, all of that. And so you're being, awakened by the spirit within you if you just pay attention and then honor what you're hearing and take action on it. And together we can really create a new world, a new earth, a beautiful place of serenity and peace. And again, not maybe tomorrow, but if enough of us join together with the desire to want to create peace on earth, which holds everything: health, abundance, beauty, love, joy, sweet music. It holds everything. That's what we can do collectively together. And just a couple days ago, like I said, I felt it so strongly. It was just incredible. It just seemed to be pouring over me like a waterfall of love. And I just felt like I was in a totally different frequency. I was, fifth dimension. Yet I'm in the body. We will stay in this body, but it'll be a body of light whereby the DNA has shifted, more DNA has come on, the masculine, the divine masculine, the divine feminine within. It'll be the dance of the spirit and the soul within you. There will be equanimity. This is what we're doing, and that's what this whole Course in Miracles, this is the message. Jesus, he's not talking like our modern words of the ascension. He's not saying, we're going to ascend to fifth dimension. But if you understand what's going on from the metaphysical perspective and you read A Course in Miracles, this is what Jesus is saying. He's like, this book is an ascension manual. It will help you. It will actually, if you do the lessons and really work it, you'll ascend into fifth dimension, and you will be a miracle worker 24/7, and that's the work. So I'm pretty excited about this beautiful new age, and it's upon us now. And like I said, in soul astrology, we have that beautiful alignment coming up December 21st with Jupiter and Saturn, the Father and the Son, forming a gorgeous star in that conjunction. These are all symbols used by the Spirit for our awakening. So there's good news coming down the pike, guys. Don't get wrapped up in the story. Just don't go there. Stay inward, stay focused on the love light, and watch your life magically transform. Okay, so yeah, it's good to see everybody. Yeah, yes, I just want to address that. Feeling dizzy and see stars, literally. Yeah, these are, they're called ascension symptoms, really, and they've been happening for a lot of years. I would say in the last 20 years, we have really been moving closer to that galactic center. There's an outpouring of light that's very intense. And it's people are experiencing things just like you're saying, Mary, dizziness, maybe even like vertigo. I've talked to so many people who said they had an attack of vertigo. I myself have had that, where I'm just like out of my body. It feels like I'm out of my body, right? Almost like you can astral travel. You can in this energy. And sometimes it just happens spontaneously, where you can just be out amongst the stars. But actually, what we want to do is get in the body, all the way in, anchored in the body, holding fifth dimensional frequencies. So, but in the meantime, you're going to experience all of these funny things. Like people are getting symptoms of some ailment in their body and they're thinking, do I have cancer? Do I have like some weird disease? Like, what is going on with me? And again, I'm not saying you should never go to a doctor or whatever, but a lot of times these people do go to a doctor and the doctor can't find anything because these are called ascension symptoms. Your cells, you're shifting on a cellular level. Your cells are going, they're moving into light. We have been these carbon-based, third dimensional beings attached to these low frequencies, and we're shifting into crystalline. I'm so excited about this because as a hippie, we talked about this way back in the 70s, going into becoming crystalline beings. And of course, that song, this is the age of Aquarius, mystic crystal revelations. It's the revelation. You are the crystal and you are the Christ, and the revelations are going to come from within you. So we live in, not out. Anyway, that was a long response to your question or your comment there. Yeah. Yeah. See, the doctor said I'm fine and gave me vitamins. Listen, guys, one of the best things you can do is take care of your nervous system. So the B vitamins are really good for the nervous system. Also, because memory, a lot of people are saying I have a memory lapse, this type of thing. You want the omegas, which are really good for the brain. There's so many natural things, and this is a shift in consciousness. I mean, just look at the organic stores, look at people coming online with wanting to, grow their own food, eat better, get better rest, be in the body, taking care of this body, because this body is shifting into light. The cell, everything is shifting, but first you have to be in the body and take care of what's needed. And then, like I said a few minutes ago, we've got to do the inner work where we look at where we are resisting change, releasing these old fear-based thoughts, concepts, constructs, ideas, whatever. We have to release them, get off the timeline and get into the vertical, into the spirit. Yeah. So it's exciting. Yes, B vitamins. Absolutely. Yeah, they're really good for the nervous system. Uh-huh. So anyway, do you want to go into a little meditation and we can access that quantum field? I thought that would be a nice way to start our day. Okay, beautiful. So let's go ahead and do that. And so that we can raise our vibration to the level of joy and become the ocean. You ready? Okay, with that, go ahead and close your eyes. And so we're going to access them first by inhaling love and peace. And then we exhale fear and darkness, putting the focus on the inhale. Every inhale is a breath of love light, and you are a container of love light. Take a few moments and breathe. Just a beautiful, relaxed, natural breath. Inhaling love light, exhaling fear and darkness. Turning ever more inward with every inhale. Deepening your connection to the spirit and the soul of your being. Breathing in love light and breathing out fear and darkness, coming from constructs from your ancestral lineage, concepts coming from programming, limiting beliefs. All beliefs, in fact. There are no beliefs in fifth dimension. It is an ever-flowing realm of love light, joy, peace, music, high vibration, expanded frequencies of God's infinite grace. And so we fall more inward, moving more inward toward that light. Breathing in love light, inhaling, focusing on the inhale, and then allowing the exhale to flow out, taking darkness and fear with it. And that darkness and fear flows out and away from your body as you focus on the love light coming, pulsing into you from multi-dimensional realms of God's infinite kingdom, which is in you and around you right now. You are the sun of your universe, and you have a choice. You can choose to stay in low vibration of fear, where you will experience limitation and lack, scarcity and fear. Or you can choose to grow, to stretch, and to reach for the highest frequencies of light available now. All this light is in you now, waiting for you to access it. Breathing, inhaling love light. Exhaling your past. Moving ever more close to your spirit and your soul. They are in the eternal dance of perfection within you now. The divine masculine spirit and the divine feminine soul are intertwining in a cosmic dance of harmony and balance within you. The presence is completely delighted with you. You are so extraordinary. And this world would not be the same without you. You are a unique expression right here, right now, of love light. Inhale this love light and exhale resistance to change. I relinquish fear around changing. I want to experience myself as an avatar. I want to feel the love light accelerating and quickening every cell in my body. There is so much light available to you now. This light will liberate you. You are a multidimensional being. Your childhood is in you. Your teenage years exist as a timeline within you. Your adult years are also in you. Everything about you makes you, you. And now it is time for you to integrate all of these timelines as part of your beautiful and unique experience of third dimension. Everything that you've experienced is meant to expand your consciousness that you can reach fifth dimensional frequencies and access quantum, beautiful worlds of limitless joy and beauty and peace. Feel your body. Be present right here, right now. Now is the time to listen to every part of your being that speaks to you. To listen, to honor, and to acknowledge, to accept and allow all parts of you that's what makes you, you. Give up the concept of right and wrong and be willing to experience everything. Be willing to feel your feelings, to be authentic, authentically feeling everything. To observe as you feel. This is all part of your ascension process. You will experience all types of emotions seeming to come out of the blue. Fear, anxiety for no reason, it seems. Be willing to feel it all as the observer. Inhaling love light. Exhaling all of these suppressed feelings and emotions as you authentically feel everything. Feel your emotions softly, gently. Allow yourself to be in the present state of fifth dimension, in a sea and an ocean of possibility, with no story. You have integrated your story. No more need to explain yourself. You are here to experience, to completely embody experience. Allowing the energies to move through your body with no attachment. Time to be yourself. In fifth dimension, you are much more alive. Because you feel everything. In fifth dimension, your intuition is powerful. You are an authentic being. In this field, you are light-hearted. Your chakras are luminous. In fifth dimensional frequency, you know yourself. In order to access the higher dimensions. You must be willing to have a deeper connection with who you are, all of you, every part of you. You are here to express in authentic ways, to stand in your truth as a sovereign being. Everything is changing. Your body is changing. Your cells are transforming from carbon to light. The love light being pulsed to our Mother Earth is radiating into you, purging you of pain and suffering, cleansing you, washing your mind, washing away thoughts that are coming from guilt. The world is within you. You are the kingdom. You are not in the world. The world is in you. And then you are in the world. And when you change your mind about who you think you are, the external world changes around you. Trust the process. Want quantum. Want fifth dimensional frequencies in your body, mind, and soul. This is a beautiful, beautiful process. You are part of the great change from an old paradigm, the Piscean age, to a new paradigm of love light, where the lion and the lamb shall lie down together. This is a paradigm shift. You cannot escape it. Take your place every day as a miracle worker. The divine, masculine and feminine, dancing within you, the soul and the spirit, memories of the divine feminine coming from Lemuria in your DNA, memories of the divine masculine coming from Atlantis in your DNA, are joining together in this new paradigm shift, where you will pour the waters of creation in co-creation with God. Breathing in this precious love light. Breathe and feel the energy. Feel the resonance and the vibration of your heart. And in this field, electromagnetic field of green energy at the heart chakra. You are creating a field of love light that's radiating out from you and into the world. You are a miracle worker. And as you raise your vibration by releasing fear, shame, guilt, by releasing your past, new possibilities open for you. And in this new paradigm, things happen in a non-linear way. Things will drop into your life, seemingly out of the blue. Your body right now is anchoring the light of fifth dimension. And as you anchor more light from fifth dimension, third dimensional frequencies of fear and guilt and shame and punishment will fall away. Want more light. Want more light. This is your soul ascending. You still have heaviness in your root chakra, in your sacral chakra, in the solar plexus. There is a heaviness. These are emotions coming from concepts, beliefs. Choose now to go higher. Go up, 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 and out, out. Radiate that electromagnetic love light everywhere. And breathe it in with every inhale. This is a consciousness shift. And when you spin at a low frequency, it is because you are entertaining drama. You are entertaining fear. But in this moment, you are being invited by your own spirit and soul to move up, 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 up. Come on up from darkness to light, from dark to light. Come on up, up, up. Go higher. Go up. Raise it up. Enter into a quantum space of fifth dimension where you see light. Everything is so beautiful. Your body will seem like it's light, like a light form. So go up, up and out, radiating this beautiful frequency by choosing, I choose to go higher. And the more you hold this frequency of love light, the more you will be able to access the magic of fifth dimensional consciousness. It is non-linear. It is not a timeline based on past, present, and future. It is a field of light that is pulsing all around you. Stay open. Do not resist change, but release the resistance to growth and change. This paradigm of power and control is finishing, and it is collapsing. There is a new world, a new earth available now, and it's in your mind. It's in your mind. There will be tests of faith, but the new world is encoded in your DNA. Do not give your power away. Stand in your truth. You are a sovereign being. Come from your heart. Just allow your spirit to shine its light everywhere. And may you walk each and every day in the frequency of forgiveness. Don't be afraid of the darkness that's in you, your shadow. Meet it, greet it, and it will fall away. Suppress nothing. It's time for you to break through into the unified field of consciousness where we are all one. Breathing. Just feel that you're up in the light. You're in the new paradigm now. Heavenly Father, we are with you now. We are in the quantum field where only love is real. We recognize in this moment of right now that we are in your mind, and your mind is in us, infinite, eternal, healthy, wise. We are grateful. We praise you, and we love you. And so it is, coming back to the moment where you are fully in your body, but the electromagnetic field around your body is shimmering, vibrating with fifth dimensional frequencies. And this is where you'll stay all day, and even in your dreams, if you so choose. And we do. And so it is. Together we all say, Amen. Hi, everybody. So, welcome back. Did you have an experience of fifth dimension? Could you feel that? Could you really get that we are shifting from these dense carbon-based bodies into this crystalline energy? Every cell of our body will transform. And we assist that process by not negating anything, but by meeting everything with the spirit in our mind. We can handle it all. Yeah. Beautiful. Okay. Let's look at our lesson for today. It is lesson 29. So like I said, last week we were talking about lesson 28, and we were saying, Jesus is asking us here, he's saying, above all else, I want to see things differently. So everything is a choice, isn't it? If I don't want to see things differently, then I won't. And then we can't expect things to show up differently if I don't want things to be different. But we're being asked by the Master, above all else, I want to see things differently. So what he's really asking us to do is let go of the resistance to change and growth. And that's a biggie, because so many of us are afraid to let go. We're afraid to grow. We're afraid to change. Why? Because we're people pleasers. Oh, my mother won't like me if I decide that. My father won't be happy with me if I choose that. But this is about standing in your truth, and it's about being a sovereign being. What do you believe? What do you want? And then working with the Spirit within you to give you the courage to take action in your life. Like that 12-step prayer, the serenity prayer. Dear God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. You can change your mind, right? To accept the things I cannot change. Courage to change the things I can. And there's only one thing you can change. That is your thinking, your mind, and the wisdom to know the difference. And the wisdom comes to us from the Spirit. The Spirit that speaks to you, speaks to your heart. And when you turn in, you hear the voice of the Spirit. And when you work with the Spirit, and even though you make a choice that your mom won't like, or your husband won't like, or whoever won't like, when it's coming from the Spirit, everything will work out for the highest good. Maybe not for the way you would think it should on this timeline of follow the rules, right? But for your soul's ascension, it's working out for the highest good for all those parties involved. Does that make sense? Yeah. So Jesus takes us this week into lesson 29, which says, God is in everything I see. And I think here we have to look at this from this perspective. It has nothing to do with the body's eyes, because we're not bodies, right? We think he's talking about these eyes, but vision, Christ vision has nothing to do with these eyes of duality. Okay? It's more about your state of mind, your attitudes, who you believe yourself to be, who you think and say you are. That's what Jesus is talking about here. So let's get the lesson up, and we'll go through it. Where is it? Okay. God is in everything I see. The idea for today explains why you can see all purpose in everything. Everything serves a purpose. It explains why nothing is separate by itself or in itself. And it explains why nothing you see means anything. Wow. And in fact, it explains every idea we have used thus far and all subsequent ones as well. Today's idea is the whole basis for vision. When I choose vision, to see with vision, what I'm actually saying is, Jesus or the Christ, you be the eyes through which I see. You be the eyes through which I see. It's very different from looking at the world with these eyes. Dear God, you be the eyes through which I see. May the Christ in me be the eyes through which I see. And then you will see differently. You will see quantum. You will see unified. That's how we access quantum field. You be the eyes through which I see. And everything in this world, I mean, everything serves a purpose. If I am choosing the Spirit as my teacher, if I am choosing the Christ consciousness, the Master as my teaching, then my purpose is forgiveness. But if I am choosing the ego for my teacher, then the purpose of everything is separation. So remember we talked a few weeks ago about specifics? So the ego, like we see a table, we see a chair, we see a boat, card, blah, 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 but it's all serving the same purpose, to keep the separation intact. But when you get up every day and you say, Christ, Jesus, higher self, may you be the eyes through which I see, then you know these specifics in the world of form are all used to help you wake up and remember who you are. So the purpose they serve depends on which teacher you're choosing to follow, the ego or the Christ. Make sense? Ah. If God is in everything I see and I'm in my right mind, it's because my thoughts are godlike. So if I'm in the quantum field, if I'm in the mind of love, I'm already thinking with these high vibrational thoughts. So when I look out, I'm going to see a different world. And my experience could be very different from yours, because fear and love never occupy the same space. Love is everything, and it comes from what I think. So if I think and I say that I am what God created as whole and perfect and complete, then I'm going to see a different world than what you would see if you are in complaining, whining, you're separate, you believe you're separate from God, and you're in a bad mood and you're entertaining drama and melodrama. Our worlds will be very different. One is fifth dimension and one is 3D. So if I say I want to vibrate in the highest frequencies of love, I have to first then know what I'm thinking. Am I in the mind of God? First saying, I am what God made. I am created in the image and likeness. Or am I saying I am created in the image and likeness of my ego? And the ego's a monster. Actually, the ego doesn't exist. It's your belief in something other than what God made. Okay? And Jesus says through the text, he says, resign as your own teacher because you have been taught badly. Haven't you? What did your mother say God was? What did your father say love was? What did your aunties say peace was? It always looked like something external, didn't it? Love looked like a perfect marriage. Love looked like, a new dress. Happiness looked like a new car. No one told you that happiness and joy come from within, and to hook up with your higher self and to be in the embodiment of love light, a container for your I am presence. You were taught religion. You weren't taught spirit and soul. You were taught follow the Buddha, follow Jesus, the man, the principle. But you weren't told that all of that exists within you. So we've got to resign as our own teacher because we've been badly taught. You will probably find this idea very difficult to grasp at this point. You may find it silly, irreverent, senseless, funny, and even objectionable. Certainly, God is not in a table, for example, as you see it. So it's not like God is in everything, meaning God is in the table. God is not in the table, right? But when God is in your mind, you see the table as part of the experience to learn and grow and be what God created you to be. It's not like I'm going to pay homage to the table because God is in it. Okay. All right. Then Jesus says, yet we emphasized yesterday that a table shares the same purpose of the universe. And what is the purpose? Forgiveness. That's your purpose, to forgive the dream. So when you forgive the dream, you see it as it is. And what shares the purpose of the universe shares the purpose of its creator. What needs to be forgiven? What in your life needs to be forgiven? All those things you're attached to. You made them so real. All of that needs to be forgiven. How much money you have in the bank account, all attached and scared, forgive it. Attached to your car, people, friends, attachments to an idea, a concept, a belief. What in your life needs to be forgiven? Because in the quantum field, there's no beliefs. There's only unified consciousness. Beliefs separate out because you and I believe differently, right? Love is that which never changes. It belongs to the quantum realm. But in 3D, it's all about beliefs. So we need to forgive or give up those beliefs and return to love. So now Jesus says, try then today to begin to learn how to look on all things with love, appreciation, and open-mindedness. That's quantum frequency. Love, praise, and gratitude. If you live every day with loving, which means accepting what is as it is, with no judgment. It just is. You're not here to judge. You're here to forgive. And if you praised, what does praise mean? Lift everything to a higher level, because Christ are the eyes. This is the eye of the Christ through which I see. You be my eyes today. So I praise creation in that sense. And gratitude. I am absolutely grateful for everything. These are the ascension attitudes. Beautiful way to live. Just those 3 words would sail you into the multidimensional realm of unified perception. Seriously, if you could just live with love, praise, and gratitude. Then Jesus says, I also want to talk about open-mindedness, because he says here, look at all things with love, appreciation, and open-mindedness. How many times throughout the day do you think you know what someone needs? How many times throughout the day do you think you know what that person's all about? And you make up a story about them. Your mind is so closed, you're not open to allow them to be who they are. We have a story for everybody, because the mind is closed, because the heart is got a wall around it. And Jesus is asking us to maintain open-mindedness. Everybody gets to be who they are, because everybody is on their own ascension path. And the curriculum of their ascension is directed by the Spirit, not you. Do you see what we do to one another? And it's so interesting, it's like when you get onto a path of recovery, and we're all in recovery, I've said this a few times, we're recovering our spirit from a lack of spiritual growth, not religious growth, spiritual growth, moving up and radiating out into this expanded consciousness, becoming the ocean. But when you take the focus off yourself, you start thinking about what they need. I can't tell you how many times. I remember, my father, God rest his soul, beautiful man. And when he went into Alcoholics Anonymous, in the beginning, he wanted everyone to join Alcoholics Anonymous Because it's almost like when you get onto a path, you think everybody should be on that path too. And listen, you can't go through the portal with a bunch of people at your side. It is a one-man show because there are no people in truth. Everybody's you. So can you see, like, just look at the places in your life where you think you have other people's answers. You want to buy them a certain book. You want to give them a certain thing. And no one asked you. You just decide that's what you think they need. Open your mind and realize that their curriculum is highly individualized and it's guided by the Spirit. And unless you're asked, take care of yourself. Do you know what I'm saying? And have the wisdom. I mean, it doesn't mean you're indifferent and you take your hands off of everything, but wisdom is a difficult, it's difficult to attain wisdom because you have to know when to move forward and when to stand back. Right? This is huge. So when you get on the path, be that path, and other people will notice or feel your frequency. They will feel the energy that you're radiating. And if they're interested in wanting to join with you, they'll ask. So now the Master says, you do not see them now. You do not see things as they really are. Would you know what is in them? Nothing is as it appears to you. Because you have a story for everything in this world, right? Because it's a world of separation. So you have a story about your neighbors, your dog, your cat. You have a story about everything. But Jesus says nothing is as it appears to you now. Because everything you perceive right now is wrong. Why? Because it's coming from wrong-mindedness. Its holy purpose stands beyond your little range. When vision has shown you the holiness that lights up the world, you will understand today's idea perfectly. Jesus is talking quantum field. He's talking unified perception. He's talking ultimate oneness. And when you're stuck in the ego, it's very hard to understand what this Course in Miracles is talking about. That's why people give up on it. And listen, not everybody has to do the Course in Miracles. It's just another book, right? But when people start reading it, they kind of throw it aside because it's not speaking to the ego. It's speaking of quantum. And you don't get it when you're in 3D. So it's really working on undoing a thought system that has been just pounded into you. Then Jesus says, you will be given vision, which is the light of truth, which is quantum vision, to see everything in unified perception. You will see everything differently. So he says, you will not understand how you could ever have found it difficult. Once you move into quantum, it's like they don't coexist, right? Quantum field, 3D, 5D, 3D. They don't coexist. The new world is not like the old paradigm at all. And yet you're learning to be in the world and not of the world in this 5D consciousness. And then when you get there, you think, how could I have ever thought the way I used to? But almost like in a funny way, not in a judgmental way, because you will have integrated everything as part of your experience. Because you are the ocean. You're everything. Oh, I just love how Jesus talks in these little kind of metaphorically, but that's what he's talking about. So our 6 2-minute practice periods for today should follow a now familiar pattern. Begin with repeating the idea to yourself and then apply it to randomly chosen subjects about you, naming each one specifically. Try to avoid the tendency towards self-directed selection, which may be particularly tempting in connection with today's idea because of its wholly alien nature. Remember that any order you impose is equally alien to reality. You know, the biggest fear that we have is leaving the ego's dream of illusion. That's what we're afraid of, to leave this ego's world of illusion. That is the biggest fear. And that's how we deceive ourselves, as if this world is so real and so important. And yet it's paradoxically learning how to be in this world with a quantum mind. You know, oftentimes we go to Egypt, and Egypt is it feels like the quantum field. You know, when you're going from the root chakra to the crown, from darkness to light, and you end the experience in the king's chamber, honest to goodness, and I know all of you that have been there with me can relate, it is quantum. There's no words for it. It is an experience that is beyond the beyond. And many people have said to me, I don't know how to go back to my mundane world with this new consciousness. I don't know how to fit this massive consciousness shift that I'm experiencing. How do I put that into my daily life? That's truly what we're doing. We're learning to embody this huge, massive, beautiful quantum energy into this body. So this is really what Jesus is talking about here. So your list of subjects should therefore be as free of self-selection as possible. In addition to the assigned practice periods, repeat the idea for today at least once an hour, looking slowly about you as you say the words unhurriedly to yourself. I love the masters. They're not in a hurry. Have you noticed? There's nothing. We used to watch Baba walk around the ashram. He was never hurried, just like one step in front of the other. So we're being asked by the master, unhurriedly, take your time and say at least once or twice, you should experience a sense of restfulness as you do. You find like this peaceful place within you. Okay? So that's the lesson for today. God is in everything I see, because God is in my mind. And so I know my purpose as a miracle worker. Well, we're done the lesson early today. Do you guys want to pull an angel card, or do you want to call it a day? What do you think? Okay. If there's 3 people that want an angel card or more, then we'll pull an angel card.
Catherine says card, please.
Oh, good. I love the cards. Okay. Angel card. Doreen, yes, let's do it. Okay. So I'm going to ask Jamie to shuffle these cards now. There she goes. Let's see what the angels want to tell us today.
Do you want me to shuffle and you pick?
No, you can pick. Yeah. Isn't it cute how we like angel cards? The mystery. What is it, Jane? Really? Oh, the word from the angels is blessing. Blessing. You see it? Okay. Okay. What is the message here? Oh my gosh, I opened the book, first page, it went to blessing.
No way.
Seriously. I just opened it and it opened to blessing. I'm meant to be. Okay. What is the present challenge? Oh, seeing the blessings in your life. That's quantum mind, isn't it? 5th dimensional consciousness sees the blessings. Oh, reflection card. They all lead you more deeply inside of yourself so that you can rediscover your own spirit and the means of living in an awakened relationship with the source. This card brings you the message that the blessings of your life can sustain you even when you or someone you love is in great distress and pain. By focusing on the blessings that your spirit has brought to you or to another, you are better able to learn from the difficulties in your life rather than seeking only to survive them. This card offers renewal and increased self-appreciation because it asks you to lift your eyes from the mundane and fearful toward the evolved and enlightened. Honest to goodness, the angels are everywhere with this message. That is quantum, definitely. Have you ever wondered what allows someone to have a thankful heart? Aw, have you ever done that? Someone in your life and you're thinking, that person is so awesome. How come they always seem to have a thankful heart? Each person alive today would like to have a positive, loving attitude and outlook. But some people find it almost impossible to set down their weariness in order to find the blessings in their lives. Aren't you ready to set down your weariness? Like enough already. That's third dimension. Low frequency, low vibration. To get into high frequency, fifth dimensional consciousness, no matter what is happening out here, there is this quantum field available to us in every moment. A blessing is an actual thing. A blessing carries the love from the universe directly into your heart. If you are waiting to know blessings with your head, you will wait forever because blessings are recognized only through the heart, inner mind, or spirit. A blessing is divine realization manifested in a meaningful and recognizable way. A blessing is an open invitation to understand more. A gentle, fifth dimension, loving essence to sustain and hold when you are hurt. A magical awareness of some truth that you had forgotten or had never known before. This is the infinite quantum field of possibility. That's where I want to be. A blessing is a gift of profound impact to your heart, urging you to take a second look at your life and to honor the process of your living as it is. Oh my gosh, we just did that. Even if it's been painful or unpleasant. Because your spirit can only love, it accepts blessings as the natural kudos of life. Each blessing offers an awareness of grand insight and wisdom for you to use as the basis of your own developing spiritual philosophy. Imagine the joy in your life if you had heard and acknowledged every blessing that your spirit received over all the years you've been alive. Wow. Could you imagine? If you just think about all the blessings that have been bestowed upon you that you never acknowledged, and yet there's so many. What would today be like for you if you acknowledged the blessings or deeper loving intent offered you through every relationship and unfolding circumstance? You would quickly become a quantum person, which is joy. You would become a more joyful person. So the spiritual opportunity coming from this extraordinarily brilliant flower image is showing you the nature of your life as it combines with the magical passion and intention of earth school life with the powerful purity of divine awareness. Okay, we'll look at that little flower. See it? Is it low enough? Okay, all right. You are being asked to see forthcoming success as the natural extension of continued attention to your relationship with the divine source. You are being blessed with additional clarity and understanding of the past circumstances that have hindered your growth. And you can expect to move ahead with plans to expand and grow. Although the blessings of insight, inspiration, and integrity are coming more fully into your life, work, and relationships, you are being cautioned that as your future blossoms, you should continue to honor the small daily blessings in your life. So that's love, praise, and gratitude. Pay attention to the people, animals, plants, trees, and natural systems that support your life. You know, I just bought myself 6 beautiful little cactus flowers and I put them on my windowsill. I just did that like Friday. And when I come into my kitchen and I see them, I feel this, like they are happy. They're just this beautiful, these little nature plants all standing in my windowsill. Just, they're already in 5th dimension. Your dog is in 5th dimension. Your cat is in 5th dimension. The trees, the grass, the birds, they're already in a high frequency. Interesting. Okay, pay attention to the seemingly unimportant people who support your success, like the people that pick up your garbage and the people that keep our streets clean and the people in your office that empty your trash cans. All of these people that seem so unimportant are supporting us. We want to be grateful to them. The challenge is to realize that no matter how brilliant your future is, how bright a star in heaven you become, you are there by the grace of divine love. Your success is meant to help humanity and the earth, and so your deepest intentions are being honored. Use the blessings in your own life to help others renew their belief in their own blessings from the universe. I'm so blessed by each and every one of you. I just want you to know that. And I feel it constantly, really. So how do we apply this message? Saying their prayers at night is a practice that many adults followed as children but failed to continue. You need to have a prayer life. Just talking to God, talking to the divine. Offering thanks and appreciation before meals is also a tradition that has slipped away in many households. The food on your plate has been given to you by the beautiful Mother Earth. She doesn't need your gratitude, but we need to increase our capacity, our ability to be appreciative. That's why saying grace is so wonderful, because, and we love to sing our grace, don't we? It raises the vibration in gratitude. Practice these 2 important means of acknowledging the receipt of blessings into your life and on the people close to you. Try saying grace, in which each person contributes a word or thought. Ooh, that's nice. Try saying your prayers in a way that focus only on the blessings in your life rather than on what you still need in order to be happy or successful. So I'm going to stand in the love light and pray from this platform. Dear God, thank you. Thank you for this. Thank you for that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And watch the floodgates open up, because the universe only wants to give to you. And when you are standing in the frequency of the quantum field of gratitude, more comes to you. Then make a list of the people you dislike the most and the blessings that have come to you because of these relationships. Oh, I can think of a lot through the years. Think of the people that you don't like. Oh my gosh. And the blessings that they brought to you in their unknowingness just by being who they are and what you learned. They're supporting your ascension. How many blessings can you count over your lifetime? In this single day, before closing your eyes tonight, Make a practice of mentally listing the blessings that you've received for this day and every day. What a beautiful message. I love the message. Okay. Well, I guess that ends our session for today. I thank you for tuning in, and I thank you, as always, for your contribution and your donations and just your love and support. I just can't wait for us to travel. I'm so hungry to travel. Yeah. But I'll be here on Wednesday. I'll give you an overview of the planetary positions for Wednesday, as well as some other goodies. And until then, have a wonderful day, have a restful night, and just know that I love you to the moon and back, and I'm sending all of you a million hugs and kisses. Okay, bye for now. Bye.